Hey y'all, so I kind of just wanted to film like a little random video. I just got better from being sick, and I know it can really be really hard when you're getting better from being sick and you just kind of feel depressed from like not being able to leave your room or anything. Cause like in my family we kind of like quarantine, so I was sick from like Wednesday to Friday, but definitely not as long of a sickness as we usually have. Like usually when somebody in my family gets sick it lasts like a week, but praise the Lord that I'm better. So I'm just gonna like kind of make my bed and clean like my bathroom and stuff, because I've really had no energy the last 3 days. Like the other day I took like a 3-hour nap, and I just have been napping like every day because I had like a sinus infection and it just kind of took me out. But I'm gonna clean, and yeah. My bed's all made. Very cute. Now I'm gonna scrub down my sink and put all these like stuffed animals away and random stuff, and then if I have enough energy I'm gonna put all these clothes away, but we'll see. Okay, so this is my sink. It doesn't look as bad on camera, which is good. And then I'm just gonna like clean up me and my sister's makeup stuff, and then like everything over here, and then there's me. But I just use paper towels, and then I don't know if our spray's up here, but I'm gonna have to look for that. I'm blind. It was literally right in the cupboard. But I'm just gonna spray this. I'll set y'all here while I clean this. Okay, so I just cleaned off the whole sink. She's looking clean. I went in with like a drain cleaner and cleaned out that, I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it like basically gets the hair and stuff out of the drain. I wasn't gonna show that because that's gross. And I also cleaned the toilet, but I didn't want to show that either because that's kind of gross. But I am gonna I have a tongue cleaner that I used when I was sick, and I'm gonna clean that with like Thieves essential oils, since Thieves like gets rid of stuff like germs and stuff, because I'm basically also degermatizing. Obviously, since I was sick, you don't want all those germs everywhere. I already washed all my bedding and stuff, so I just had to make my bed today. But yeah, I'm gonna clean off my tongue scraper and then figure out what I have to do from there. Okay, I forgot to say I'm gonna organize like my sink because she's gotten a little bad. I hope you can kind of see. I have like so much random stuff. Like I've got new stuff and just shoved it in there. So I'm gonna like just basically organize, maybe like take everything out and wipe down the bottom so it's clean, but I feel like it doesn't get really too dirty or anything. So I might just kind of like prep y'all up so you can kind of see what I do, but I'll show y'all some of the products and stuff that I like to use, and just kind of show y'all some stuff. Oops, this is the nail polish my sister has asked me where it is like 2 times, and I have not known either time because it's been shoved behind a mound of random stuff. Goodness, this used to be like perfectly organized, and then I got random razors and just shoved everything in there, and then perfumes, and just haven't taken the best care of it because I'm always like, I'm just gonna organize it some other time, and then I never do, and then it just like piles up. I also have like aloe vera gel, an old mouthwash bottle that has literally been in there forever. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna wipe this down maybe, but it's looking pretty bad, so we're probably gonna have to, because I feel like this hair oil gets residue everywhere, and like it's bad. But I'll get the rest of this cleared out and show y'all once it's like wiped down, and then show y'all how I'm gonna organize it. Something sticky like was right here, and it like peeled the paint off of my cabinet. I think it was the actual perfume that leaked, but it's all cleared out. So I'm just gonna spray it right now and then like wipe it down. Okay, so I've wiped the whole bottom down and it's all cleaned up. Oh my goodness, I sound awful from my allergies. But I'm gonna basically like separate anything that's like not keep, like obviously I'm not keeping this trash, and like just going through and seeing what's trash and what's keep and stuff that does not belong here. Like I have my paint cleaner in here and just like getting rid of stuff that I don't use anymore. And I usually use this container for like my makeup bags and my face cleaners and like stuff like my pimple patches. Also, I have this whole container. Oh, there's other stuff in there. I have this whole container of hair curlers. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. But I don't obviously need them since my hair is so short. I mean, I feel like it could work, but I just don't really use them anymore. So I'm gonna like move these out of this container so I can use the container and figure out, like I'll figure out what to put in this other container. Okay, so it's all cleaned out. I put like my extra products there. Here's baths, shower steamers, I mean, and then all that stuff, and it's all clean. The last thing I'm doing is just cleaning off my nightstand. I just really don't think I have the energy to do anything else, but not gonna lie, that wore me out. But I'm gonna do this. So I wanted to share some like tips that have really helped me get through like sickness, because I've had it where I've been sick for like a whole week and I will get depressed. I will not want to get out of bed. I will not want to like get better because I've just been sick for so long, and it's really just a bad mindset that I've had to learn how to get out of when I'm sick. So I want to share a few tips to help you get out of that. Tip number one is journaling. I think journaling, like even during like the sickness, is such a great thing because you can write down how you're feeling, you can write down your prayers, and just really like keep in tune with your mind. But I use this one called Noteworthy, and it's got like the little strap thing, but the inside has where you can write down the date and the month, like you can underline it or circle it, and then it's got this little clip. But literally any notebook. I used to use another Noteworthy notebook, but Noteworthy's definitely been one I've been going back to, or sorry, not Noteworthy, it was like Penworthy or something, but I just get mine at Walmart, and this one was like maybe like $7, but that might seem a lot, but for an investment like this, like there's a lot of days you can be writing down, and it's just something that's really helped my mental health. And then for a pen, I'm currently using this Sharpie pen gel marker pen, but that was not the intended use with this pen. I actually got this for to sign my paintings because I thought it was white, and I was tired that day. This was the day before I got sick, and I was not even looking, and it's just a white covering. It's not white, but I'll show you another like pen I like to use. I also like to use this Pen Gear, I think that's what it is, pencil. It's not a pen, it's a pencil, but it's like a mechanic one. And then at the top there's an eraser, so it's perfect for journaling. But I don't always like to use a pencil because I feel like it doesn't show up as well. And then make it cute. Use highlighters. Make it feel like something you want to like do. Don't make it boring. But if you're looking for like prompts and stuff to do for your journal, like while you're sick or something, you can do stuff like gratitude. Finding things to be grateful for while you're sick can be really helpful, because so often we'll be like praying and just be praying for like, hey, God, please heal me, and none of thank you, God, for everything you've already done. And I'm literally saying that because that's how I felt this whole time I was sick. Like, I felt like I was just constantly asking God for stuff and not thanking him. So I finally like started writing down what I was grateful for while I was sick. And then just maybe like a to-do list for like once you're better, or doodle. I doodled these little triangles. That was fun. And yeah, just mostly in this journal right now it's just prayers and stuff because it was mostly while I was sick. But on a normal like day-to-day, I'll just use my journal for also just like writing to-do lists, or really anything you can use it for. It helps you like get stuff done and feel productive. Another tip that I think is so important while you're sick, or even when you're not sick, but this is going towards mainly being sick, is FaceTiming a friend. If you have a good friend to be able to FaceTime while you're sick, it boosts your mood. I get you might not always have the energy. I really didn't for a few days, but FaceTiming a friend was something that really boosted my mood, and they can give you some encouragement, and you'll feel less alone during your sickness because maybe you find something you can relate to them with. Also, with the whole FaceTiming a friend thing, like hanging out with family, like once you're better, that can be so important. Like to get out of the slump is just hanging out with friends and family to remember, like, okay, this is what was normal before, hanging out with people, and that this is giving you something to look forward to while you're getting better. Also, like spending quality time with like parents or something. Maybe you want to watch a show. Like last night, me and my parents watched a show together, and that really helped like boost my mood. And just doing stuff like that, or hanging out with like your siblings, playing a game. There's really so much stuff you can do. And like if you're bored while you're sick, something great is watching Netflix. That was something I did a lot while I was sick. I didn't really have to use my brain much while I was sick, so I just got to chill and watch Netflix. Also, some great ways to like get back on track is, I feel like personally for me, I was like, I'm never gonna bounce back, because it just feels like you have to bounce back in one big, like the next day you wake up and you're feeling 100%, which is not true. So I think just realizing that it's gonna take small steps depending on how, like obviously how bad of sickness you had, but just take small steps to get your original energy back. And I kind of just felt like resting was the only thing that was going to get my energy back, but moving around really helped. Like today with cleaning, or taking like a small walk, or picking flowers. I don't know, I did pick flowers. That was fun. But just being out in nature and being in God's creation really helps boost your mood. Being in the sun helps so much. You're getting natural vitamin D and you're feeling good while doing it. I think also just like practicing some like healthy habits, like maybe you want to paint your nails. I wanted to do that while I was sick, but just didn't have the energy. Once you get the energy, maybe paint your nails to feel a bit better. So just maybe you're finally able to take a shower, because I know I never can do that like right when I get sick, like especially if I have a fever, that just makes my fever worse, and I just can't take a shower right away. So taking a shower after is something that boosts like your cleanness, and you just feel so much better. Also having green tea. I had green tea today, and that like boosted my energy. I like to do my tea with like, this isn't the green tea right now, but I like to do honey lemon tea with like honey, lemon. It's basically what it is, honey lemon tea. But for my green tea, I'll do like, I don't know what the green tea bag is called, but it's just like a green tea, and I'll also add honey and lemon with it. It was very like kind of zesty last time. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was like very tangy. But yeah, just having tea can really help, because especially if it's like a caffeinated tea, you can have coffee and stuff as well, but I kind of like try and stay away from that, because my stomach also doesn't feel great when I get sick, and coffee doesn't really help my stomach ever. So I figured I'd just like not have it for a few days. I'm trying to, maybe matcha. Matcha's a good drink. I just am out of my matcha, so I couldn't do that. And then still make sure your body gets the rest it needs. I tried to take a nap today, but I just couldn't fall asleep. But the green tea really helped me get through that, and Jesus, of course. Also, another good thing is spending quality time with God, like whether that's writing down your prayers or your gratitude in your journal and making it a prayer, or like I've got this little prayer board. I've got prayer answers and prayers. This is a really cute idea I saw on like Pinterest and stuff, but just doing stuff like that, and then spending quality time in your Bible and other devotionals can be really great, like because the devil wants to like make you feel depressed while you're sick. He's gonna want you to not want to get better, because he obviously doesn't want you to get better so you can start sharing the word of Jesus again, or start living like on track for God and stuff. He wants you to be in that slump to where you're just depressed and don't want to hang out with people, because he doesn't want us to be in communion with others. He wants us to live in our little bedroom and not get better, but Jesus says otherwise. He says that he wants us to get better, and he wants us to spend time with God and really just grow closer to God. Use that time to grow closer to God. There's never been a time that I have been sick or that I've been dealing with anxiety that God did not use it for his good. I'll dig more deeper on this in another video, but I used to deal with really bad anxiety. It gets to the point where I'd literally go to bed with anxiety, and it'd be like I was sleeping in a blanket of anxiety, because I'd wake up and just be anxious still. Most of the times I didn't know what I was anxious about, but God freed me from that anxiety, and God used those anxious moments for his good, and he taught me to trust him through those times. So I think just looking for God in those moments can really help. And I saw this, it was like this video or something. It was like, ask God to provide for you in those moments and see how he provides. So I did. I asked God to provide for me, and within 2 days I was better. Like, God provides, I promise. But yeah, I hope all these tips helped, and I hope that you get better if you are sick or the next time you get sick. And yeah, comment down below this emoji if you watched to the end, and I hope to see you in my next video.